Now, with less than 30 days before the governorship election, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress for the November 11 polls in Bayelsa State, Timipre Sylva, is in the last-minute legal battle as he heads to the Court of Appeal to revalidate his candidacy after he was disqualified from the race by a federal high court in Abuja. The court ruled that the APC governorship candidate will breach the 1999 constitution if allowed to contest again, having been sworn in twice previously and ruled for 5 years as governor of Bayelsa State. It reasoned that Sylva was not qualified to run in the November 11 poll because if he wins and is sworn in, he will spend more than 8 years in office as governor of the state. The position of the court appears to tally with the January 27, 2012 judgment of the Supreme Court, which sacked Sylva as the governor of Bayelsa State. Then, the Apex Court ruled then that nobody can hold office as governor or president for more than 4 years in the first instance and not more than 8 years in total. Sylva has, however, approached the Court of Appeal to reverse the ruling against him, saying the High Court wrongly assumed jurisdiction and committed a grave miscarriage of justice in the process. Meanwhile, the APC has postponed its campaign flag-off earlier scheduled for Saturday, October 14, which is today. And of course, as the political fireworks in Bayelsa State rages, let's serve you this clip of an interview granted by Sylva to People's 93.1 FM in the state just last year, saying he was not going to run for governorship again.
I will not run for governorship of Bayelsa again. I have said it, that chapter of my life is closed. If I was to run for governor of Bayelsa State again, I would have presented myself in 2019. But at that time, I presented David Lyon, who won the election, and we lost at the Supreme Court. This time again, we will look for a very credible Bayelsa, and we will run under the party. But I can tell you, since you asked a categorical question, I'll also categorically answer you that that candidate will not be me.
Well, politicians. To help us understand the political intrigues playing out in Bayelsa, joining us in the studio is the Executive Director of the Authority newspaper, Chuks Akunna, and we're also being joined by a former Chief Press Secretary to Timipre Sylva, Sampson Atasia Oboru. Gentlemen, you're all welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so let me start with you, Sampson. Sampson Atasia. What actually happened? I mean, you could hear your former principal saying it clearly that
Yes.
He wasn't going to run.
Well, you see, politics. Sorry, thank you very much. Nice having me around. Again, it's always a delight to be with you. And good evening to you. Good evening to Nigerians. Bayelsa is a very, very, very peculiar state. Peculiar in the sense that nothing is what it seems the day after. Do you understand? Now, if you had said so, it was based on the terrain at the time and, how would I put it now, the necessity at the time warranted it. I can give you an example. The present-day Minister for the Federal Capital Territory, Wike. By the way, partly Bayelsa, partly Rivers. I enjoy both heritage. Yeah,
they're all part of the old Rivers State.
Bayelsa is matrilineal, so I'm actually more Bayelsa than I am Rivers State. Okay. But let me tell you about Wike. He said he was not going to run for. He was not going to take ministerial appointments in the PDP. He said if he lost the election, he was not going to do anything if he lost the primary. But this is him here. Not only did he come, he actually lobbied for it and he got it. So you see, it's not always black politics is not black and white as it is. It's a chess game.
But well, he said he was being categorical.
No. It's a chess game. Yes, it's a chess game. Maybe the opponent had made a move in between when he said that and now had made a night gambit. And to check that night gambit, the bishop himself, the Don Capone, we call him Don Pigatti.
Well,
and he has said, well, that's what it is. It's a chess game. The opponent had made a move And it's up to us, up to him to checkmate him even before he gets to check.
Well, he has also been checkmated now.
No, okay, well, you're talking about the judgment?
Yeah.
The judgment won't stand. Judgment won't stand. Judgment won't stand. You cannot, where you do not have jurisdiction, give a judgment, give a ruling. You have to have jurisdiction for you to give a ruling.
Well, that's your opinion. Just hold on it now. So bring Chuks. Chuks, well, you would have seen and heard Timipre Sylva making a very giving a categorical answer to a categorical statement while he was having that radio interview. And of course, all of this has culminated in the Federal High Court in Abuja sacking him. And as it stands, APC has no candidate in Bayelsa State, though he has appealed the judgment, including asking for a stay of execution. There was meant to have been a grand rally today to kick off the campaign. Of course, nothing has happened. What's your view of on all of this?
You see, in my nearly 30 years of journalism, one thing I've come to learn is that there's truth in the spiritual saying that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, and that we also should be very mindful of things we say, because things we say have a way of coming back to haunt us. You see, I think the issue here is not Wiki or Don Capone or anybody.
No. Well, that's not what I meant.
The issue here is Timipre Sylva. Okay. You see, we have a similar situation playing out in Nasarawa State. And this is a man who, on his own, because when Timipre Sylva had the interview, there was no armed person there. He wasn't under duress. Or anything. You understand? In Nasarawa State, we also have, because these are two related scenarios where people have, with their own mouths, called damnation, if you allow me to use that word, upon them, or loss upon themselves. Nasarawa Governor Abdullah Sule, on his own, he went to the floor of the House of Assembly and said that wallahi ta'ala, that to hell with second term, that he would do only one term. And it's coming to haunt him, whether we believe in metaphysics or not, or spirituality or not. But this is simply Sylva, because you see, the Bible says that if a man is not faithful in little things, how will he be faithful in bigger things? You are a thing as minute as will you run or not run. Okay, let's see what the future brings. You understand? And you said categorically. He said categorically. He clapped his hand for emphasis. He said, just hold on. And it's playing out now. And this has been a problem with our politics in Nigeria. People say one thing and they do the other. Okay, a man who has said, on what premise is Sylva campaigning? He's making promises. So if a thing as little as I won't contest and he's going back to contest, so what is the guarantee that he's going to do what he says he will do? I'd like to
take him up on this.
I mean, no, I'm not talking
about... So just drive it to the current situation.
Yes.
Because you're
just hold on.
Now, because we are where we are today in Nigeria, because, we write something and then two people say, no, it was just for politics. We just said that just to, I don't mind them, or we are misquoted. Fortunately for us, Sylva wasn't misquoted. He said that. He said he will get a credible candidate. And credible candidate also means eligible. I mean, a person who is eligible, because credibility also means eligibility. And if you allow us to go back in time, I was SA Media to Guber, and we brought up all this drama on Nigeria when we stopped Peter Obi from getting the ticket of the APGA. Then Peter Obi would say, okay, he spent just about a year in office. Why not test the waters? Peter Obi went to court, and Supreme Court was silent. We went, in fact, a week to Guber swearing in, about 22nd of May.
That's as Governor of
Anambra State. Peter Obi went to court. He went to Supreme Court, said Supreme Court should stop the swearing in. Supreme Court said, what's our business with swearing in? If you swear in 10 times, it's not our business. And exactly 17 days after we were sworn in, the Supreme Court threw us out. And it was based on that, because people like Timipre Sylva saw that Supreme Court said your tenure starts running from the day you were sworn in. So he went to court and said, please, because nobody also brought that upon him. He brought it upon himself. He was elected in
2007. Yeah.
You understand? Then he
May
went
29, and then in April 2008, he was then sacked.
He was sacked. Then he wasn't only sacked. Not only him was sacked. There were four other governors. Ali Wamak of Sokoto.
No, that was in 2012.
I know. No. They had rerun elections too in their states.
Yeah.
So because Timipre Sylva bailed the cat, he went to court, because he was just supposed to have left, or sought re-election in 2011. But he said no, that since Peter Obi went to court and the court said your tenure starts counting from the day you were sworn in, that since the court nullified the nearly 1 year he served, he should also test the water. So he went to court. He got what he prayed for at the court. INEC appealed because INEC was in a conundrum. Do we print papers for elections in 2011? So he went to appeal. He also won. So INEC was confused. INEC went to Supreme Court, but INEC wasn't too sure of what to do. Then something happened in Adamawa State. Brigadier General Abu Marwa, who is the current NDLEA chairman, because he had gotten the ticket for the CPC. Yeah. So Marwa felt that, why will I get this ticket and this ticket will come to naught because one man in Bayelsa went to court. Marwa applied to join the Supreme Court, and that was what happened. We're here, we are.
All right, so APC has no candidate now, according to the Federal High Court in Bayelsa. What's the implication for the governorship election in Bayelsa State?
APC has a candidate right now.
Well,
the High Court,
the Federal High Court judgment subsists
at the moment. Where is the Federal High Court? Where?
The Federal High Court is one. It only has different divisions across the country.
It don't. Federal High Court, Abuja. Good. Do we have a Federal High Court in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State?
Not only that, that's why I said there are different divisions, just like the Supreme Court,
the
Court of Appeal.
Why did they file it in by Federal High Court Abuja Yenagoa?
Does that really count?
Now,
Isn't the Federal High Court
one? You don't have jurisdiction, you do not have jurisdiction. The law is what it says. The law is black and white. If you don't have jurisdiction to sue Sumner in Sokoto, you cannot go to Sokoto and sue Sumner when it's from Zaria. And everything took place in Zaria. And in fact, okay, so let's say Sumner does something in Zaria. The event and everything, Sumner is in Zaria. Then you go to Sokoto and sue Sumner and find Sumner guilty in Sokoto. Who knows who you saw there?
Now,
who you paid there?
Timipre Sylva send his lawyers there or not?
Now, listen up, let me tell you something. The party has a candidate, and the candidate is Chief Timipre Sylva. And let me answer you. Sorry, let me take you up.
Okay.
Why you said he made an emphatic statement. Politics is not the same every given year.
Yeah.
The scenario
and
cannot
that's why,
be. Just listen to me now. Listen to me.
The
scenario then cannot be the scenario now. Yeah. As we speak, Chief Timipre Sylva, I was his chief press secretary, is a man with 9 lives and has an audacity to win. As we speak right now, there is no Bayelsa that has the capacity and pedigree to win as Chief Timipre Sylva. And politics is about winning. First, you win first, then we come to the table and negotiate. We are in politics to win.
So does it mean that David Lion couldn't have won this election if he had given him the ticket? Because if he said he was capable in the last election, why didn't he give him the ticket again?
That was then, and you did hear me. The politics of yesterday cannot be the politics of today. If Asiwaju, Mr. President, with all due respect, had run for presidency in 2014, he would have lost.
No,
wait, hold on.
Just hold on.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You check politics out. Like I said, it's a chessboard. You check it when is your best opportunity? When is the prime time for you? When do you think that you can win? You have to check. Didn't
Timipre Sylva muzzle his way into getting this APC ticket?
How did you?
Because
what do you mean by
he was in government as a Minister of State for Petroleum.
What do you mean by muzzle?
Because in 2019,
what do you mean by muzzle? What do you mean by muzzle?
Well, because he was in government,
he
then everybody
like everybody else, and he had upper hand.
Well, that's what
politics about lobbying. Let me tell you something. Let me go way back. In 2007, Chief Timipre Sylva looked at me and said, "Sam, come and join my team." I said, "On what premise?" He was saying so at Professor Zaiki's hotel. I said, "On what premise?" He said, "Because you're looking at the next governor of Bayelsa State." He was far from being the next governor of Bayelsa State, but he had an uncanny audacity. I looked at him and I said, "Let's go. Are you sure you want to be the governor?" He said he wants to be the governor. I said, "Let's go, we'll do it." We lost the primaries to Jonathan. And we were at Mingi Dakoru's house here. Everybody, plus Mingi Dakoru, they were consoling us that, sorry, we did a good job, we have done, but we have lost, we should take it with good faith. I said, Your Excellency, we do not, Sam Atasia, I don't lose. And you have not lost, Your Excellency. Read my lips. Let me borrow the words of General Badmasi Babangida. We have only just stepped aside.
All right, very quickly. Let me
just wrap it up.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, Jonathan, that had come first, had been selected as vice presidential running mate also the Yaradua.
Yeah.
And he was fronting Dopola. I told him that there's no way you're not going to win. He said to me, "We're going to win." And I said, "We win." Did we win or not? We won. We got the ticket and we went to government house.
Okay.
So what am I saying here?
Yeah.
Timmy has an uncanny ability and capacity to win. Sure, he works better, he functions better under stress and duress.
Well, the opponent is actually giving him a lot of stress this time around, and this time around,
you're playing it to
this is an own goal actually by the APC. And the APC in 2019 having an issue. Yes, just hold on. The APC in 2019 scoring an own goal after winning the governorship election. I mean, it was kicked out. Yeah, 24 hours to swear in. And here we are again.
They didn't do due diligence.
Yeah, and less than 30 days before the governorship election this time around.
I mean, history
you experienced the same
Okay,
thing.
just hold on. So, what's the implication for the governorship election in Bayelsa? If, for example, APC is left out of the ballot, does it mean Governor Diri is going to swim his way through the government house again?
No, I can tell you this for free. And I'm not saying this. I was on the day Chief Timipre Sylva was removed from office, and four other governors. I was at the time the media advisor to the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Bello Adoke. So I followed the matter, very diligently. The issues are very clear. Timipre Sylva was governor from May 2007 to 27th of February. He was 3 months short of being in office for 5 years. So the issues are very clear. And Supreme Court said that, because if you read the judgment, and funny, just hold on.
Interestingly, no, he's just trying to lay a foundation for him to arrive. Just go ahead. Just hold on.
Interestingly,
yeah.
The judgment, then it was Justice Dairo Mustafa who was the CGN, but the man who read the unanimous judgment was our brother, Walter Onoge. And he said that what the court and the Court of Appeal did for Timipre Sylva was for him to take the assets, to assume the assets of those 1 year, of the 1 year, of the 11 months or 10 months, and reject the liabilities. Because he said, fine, you said you were the de facto governor, but you're not the jury governor. But that all the appointments you made, the appropriation bill you signed were all, no, that you cannot do that. That you have to accept, you have to accept liability for everything that happened that time. That as far as they understand, that the framers of the Constitution did not envisage a situation where one man will be in office for a day beyond 8 years. And quickly,
yes.
He said, if you allow Timipre Sylva sail through, then people will become governor for 3.5 years. Then the elections will be annulled. Then they will rerun. Then they will be sworn in. After 3.5 years again, then they will be president. They will be governors or presidents forever. And that was what they said. So what decision of the Supreme Court at that time has not been overturned.
Okay. So that issue actually subsists because the court has said that, so based on this analysis that he's made, that made it to reach that conclusion that he cannot be governor for more than 8 years. And this instance, he hasn't been up to 8 years, but of course, he's been up to 5 years. So
if he becomes governor again,
I mean, it's definitely going to be more than that. So what's been the analysis within the camp of Timipre?
We are very certain that we're going to sail through. That I can tell you for sure. But for me to sit down here and try to talk about something that is in the court, or right now in court, that has a subsisting appeal, will be prejudicial. Do you understand? I wouldn't want to speak on it because I sitting down here, I'm even vexed that he's talking about it.
No, there's already a subsisting judgment. That's why we can talk about that.
I spoke about. But you see now,
just hold on.
Nigeria has come to a situation where judges are beginning to become influenced by public opinion. You now have court of public opinion. You have the real court, and you see, it doesn't help the democracy. It doesn't really help the. Wait, I'm coming. Hold up, please. You asked me a question, and I've just categorically answered you. Today, the chairman, the national campaign chairman, the National Campaign Council for the gubernatorial election was on a live broadcast, live radio program in Yenagua. The entire APC cartel is in Yenagua. Yesterday, Chief Timipre Sylva was all over Ekeremo local government. Campaign is going on smoothly.
Yeah, but the official flag off, which was supposed to have been done today, was
for
postponed.
certain reason. For certain, you see, sometimes you make a move and hope that and allow your opponent to be tripping on that move. Meanwhile, you have another move to checkmate him.
Well, Sam,
you see, no, seriously.
We've got less than 30 days before this governorship election.
The man at the helm of affairs, Chief Timipre, functions better under stress.
Okay, so I will ask you the same question that I'd ask him. Just hold on. Yeah. What's the implication for Bayelsa politics if APC doesn't partake in this governorship election on November 11?
It happened in Rivers State before. APC did not take part in the election in 2019. So it's not going to be novel. If it happens, it happens.
In Sokoto.
Well,
if it happens,
Sokoto lost everything.
But we do not pray for it to happen.
Okay.
I know that, yes, see me, I'm a man with an uncanny audacity of
Yeah. I mean, just like your principal.
I like your audacity.
Okay, so Chuks, let's talk about how many of the governors who were left out in 2012 when that judgment actually came up, were able to, get into other parts of their political life and then live in
No.
Because we've seen Timipre Sylva still edging on and said that, look, this thing, I'm going to appeal it because it doesn't look like it suits my own situation.
No. Let's not forget something. The other 4 governors returned.
Yeah.
They returned, and their tenures ended in 2015.
Yes.
You understand? So the only person who was left out in the cold was
Chief Timipre.
Yes, because and it was for a reason. You see, I tell people who are younger that we should be careful about our conduct and our utterance, particularly when we're growing up. When Sylva became the PDP candidate by default, because when Jonathan was elevated, just like what happened in Adamawa in 1999, when Atiku became Onamadi Sambo, you understand? Exactly. So, but in this case, it was still at the primary level. So Timipre Sylva became the governor. Of course, PDP was Bayelsa is basically a PDP state. You understand? Then what happened? The moment Timipre Sylva became governor, he took it as a hobby to be attacking Jonathan. I mean, we're journalists. We know what happened.
No. Just hold on. No, there are those issues. Just hold on. No, I'm going to give you your room to actually talk. Just hold on.
I'm a reporter. I was in.
I was a reporter too.
Excuse me.
Just hold on, Sam, and you will react to that.
In fact, at the time, Timipre Sylva will come to the villa because don't forget that Yaradua was president and Jonathan was maltreated because, in the words of, in the opinion of those in power at the time, they felt that Atiku had wielded so much power. So whoever came after Atiku the power should be whittled down. Yes,
sort of whittled down.
Exactly. Yeah. So Jonathan was like, they were calling him different names. And even back home in Bayelsa, each time he went home, with the connivance of the state government at the time, they would humiliate Jonathan. Yes, no. So that was why. Sorry, that was why.
Just hold on. You're going to react to that.
See, I was very cheap. Excuse me. That was why when Jonathan became president, and the moment Timipre Sylva lost that governorship, he issued. I don't know if you are the one who signed that press statement that there were reports that he will be arrested for treason. I don't know if you remember that very well. He said that he raised the alarm that because that they said he planned to kill Jonathan. You understand all those things. But Jonathan, I mean, the truth is this: had Jonathan been a man like Timipre Sylva, Timipre Sylva would not be around to contest elections.
Okay, Sam, let's bring you in. I mean, he's raised lots of things and these are issues that are still going on in Bayelsa elections, and we hear lots of people saying that, look, what had happened in the past is going to have an effect. And some people actually believe that maybe in one way or the other, the opposition could have also ganged up to actually ensure that this judgment scaled through, the case scaled through so as to stop Timipre Sylva from partaking in this election because he remains a force in Bayelsa elections.
He's not just a force, he is the force. He is the force in Bayelsa state politics. Yeah. But before I come on you, let me take on this man.
Yes.
My name is Chuks.
Sorry, Chuks. Let me take on Chuks. Chuks, how dare you come on national TV to bring beer room argument? It's like, no, it's beer room. How can you wait? Hold up.
Well, he said,
how can you
hold on, Chuks. He said, as a journalist, that he had this facts. Just hold on. Hold on.
Excuse me.
Just hold on.
Were you there?
Hold on.
No.
Okay, so Chuks, just hold on. Just hold on. So please,
No, he said it.
can you just go ahead and address the issue?
He said it. You
address the issue.
Were you there when he said it?
Sam said, can you just address the issue? You address the issue.
Listen, yes, I will address it. But see, I don't like journalists. Journalists myself. Don't say something that you heard.
Not heard.
Were you there?
Issued a statement
that he's going to kill Timipre.
No.
Issued a statement that I will kill President Jonathan.
No. Listen, Timipre Sylva said, raised the alarm that there were plans to arrest him and charge him for treason because they said there were reports that they tapped his
that's what I'm talking about.
No. Sorry.
Don't get him out of context. That's what he was saying. That after he had left the government, what he had issued. You were chief press secretary to him. I don't know if you saw anything like that.
No, I did not.
Then go straight to the issue.
He's not a person that will take violence to you as an settlement. It's not.
Yeah, but there are also talks of political violence on the rise. In fact, people even saying that certain senatorial districts
by everybody
cannot be reached because...
Is there any place in this country that there is no political violence? Is there any place?
Okay, so...
And if as a matter of fact, the incumbent, as we speak, has the capacity, almost what they do even, raise the political violence and then put it on your head that you're the one doing it.
Okay, as we try to round off this,
this
conversation very quickly.
Yes.
Just respond very quickly.
Chief Timipre Sylva is a man that respects the rule of law. Now, the tribunal has ruled, or the High Court, the Federal High Court, or High Court.
Yeah.
A High Court is High Court, has ruled against Chief Timipre Sylva. There is room for appeal. Until then, I don't think we should be discussing it.
No. There's already a subsisting judgment. But the appeal is...
I don't say that we should not be. I don't think we should be discussing it. And as a matter of fact, we should allow the courts to take their due process to play. Because you, Sumner, as you're sitting down here, as a celebrated presenter and anchorman, you have the capacity to influence the judiciary with your statements.
Well, that's why we are not going into the substance of the case. But what we are trying to arrive at is that
let me tell you something. Chief Timipre Sylva has a chance. Chief Timipre Sylva will be on the ballot come November 11. Chief Timipre Sylva will win the election. Read my lip.
Okay. Very interesting submission. Now, Chuks, as we just try to round off this conversation very quickly, where is the place of Governor Doyediri in all of this? Because he remains a factor. And of course, if you were in the PDP camp, maybe you would have been saying that this looks heavenly sent.
No. I must say this. I covered the PDP for several years. I've been a reporter. I was in Bayelsa. I was in Rivers State. I don't know where you were at the time. You understand? When Free Snapper was chief secretary, I was there. But that's it. Excuse me. PDP. Bayelsa was 198% PDP, at least from time of Alame's up to time of Jonathan. You understand? So PDP is still very popular. In fact, an APC, very top APC chieftain, told me that Diri has done that most of the attacks on Diri were because of his predecessor. That because Diri has come with this peaceful mien, you understand, and that a lot of people who left PDP, it used to be 3 senators PDP, all the House of Reps PDP, everything PDP in Bayelsa. That those who angrily left PDP, they've come back to PDP, and that he's very sure that Timipre Sylva, that Dori is going to win. And he said because Sylva is from the southern part of Bayelsa, and the cry have been always been that there's no access road to there, and that the road is almost complete. So what else will Diri? Will what do you call it? Sylva be campaigning with, or Lion? Because everything. I watched former Governor Sylva talking about price of petrol or light power as if it's the state's responsibility to provide power, and all those things. So your closing statement, as we have to round up this conversation, why should Bayelsans actually elect Timipre Sylva if he scales through this legal issues?
Let me start from him. When Sylva was governor of Bayelsa State, I was working in NTA. From NTA, I became the regional editor-in-chief for Izot Times. Thank you to Izot Times, Izotemi Otua. From there, I became chief press secretary, CPS2 to Timipre Sylva. All this while, I moved into Bayelsa from 2006. I was there with Sylva from the beginning. Sylva had always ensured that if you don't have anything in Bayelsa State, there's light 247. Sylva did water. He brought pipe-borne water to Bayelsa State.
Yeah, but that was coming.
So that was
why should they elect him now?
Because of the things he had done, because of the things he has been able to do when he was governor, and because of the ability. Do you know that as we speak now, Sylva has the highest connect to move foreign investment into Bayelsa State? Whatever development you see now in Bayelsa State, whatever development is pushed by the investor that Sylva brought to Bayelsa State.
So you think that power of incumbency is not a factor?
What do you say?
I said you think that power of incumbency is not a factor with Governor Doediri in charge at the moment. Very quickly as we try to run off this conversation.
Is a factor. And Doediri has been, like you said, has had a very mean attitude with the electorate. But you see, Sylva has the ability to make things happen. That's the difference.
Having been empowered by the last government, I think it also gives him an edge to be able to fight it out with the Governor Doediri administration. But gentlemen would have to bring this conversation to an end.
Most of all,
okay. In 30 seconds, your closing statement.
I think I'm not from Bayelsa, but I cover Bayelsa from the year 2000 up till when you said you came to Bayelsa. But the truth is this: Sylva was governor for 5 years. Doediri has been governor for nearly 4 years. People from Bayelsa, they've seen the difference, and I'm sure they're able to make informed choices. So if we come here, we talk from now till the end of time. It won't change anything. People of Bayelsa, they've seen the difference. They've seen what they saw what Sylva did, and they are seeing what Diri is doing.
All right.
So they're the ones that
Chuks
ultimately
Akunna
make
is the executive director of the Authority newspaper here based in the nation's capital. We must thank you so much for joining us and giving you several. Okay, so I give to you your 30 seconds very quickly.
Yeah. Bayelsa is sitting on is a seabed. Man, they don't have a seaport, and I can tell you, the Agge seaport will come alive when Sylva becomes governor. The gas hub in Bayelsa State. Bayelsa State is sitting on major gas. Sylva is going to build a gas hub in Bayelsa State, and all that plan is had already been in place even before he said he was going to run.
Okay.
So imagine how many jobs. What Bayelsa needs is job. They need to be empowerment. When they are empowered, then they'll be then they are at peace. You understand?
All right. We'll have to thank you, Sampson. Atasia Oburu is the former chief press secretary to Timipre Sylva. We must thank you immensely for helping us understand all these issues, and then of course Chuks Akunna for helping us to understand all that's been going on. And
so we win.
Well, we must thank you, gentlemen, for helping us to understand the issues. But of course, Timipre Sylva has appealed that judgment, and we all wait to see how the courts will treat it at the higher level.